not a lot of people won the contest. Hey, my name is Brittany and welcome to my YouTube channel. So for my first video, I thought I would share my experience meeting James Charles and give you guys some tips and tricks on how you guys can win meet and greets at Morphe stores. Because it was quite a while ago, I do have some notes, so I am going to be referring back to them. So in January of 2019, Morphe opened up their first store in all of Canada at the mall Square One, which is located in the Greater Toronto area. And for their grand opening, they invited Mr. James Charles to do the ribbon cutting and to meet some of his fans. This seemed like the perfect pairing just because this is when James Charles recently launched his first Morphe palette. So you guys may be wondering, how did I get to meet James Charles? Even though the Morphe store wasn't open in Canada, I was still subscribed to their emails. So my first tip would be to be subscribed to the Morphe emails, because this is how I found out he was actually going to be at the Morphe store for the grand opening and that I was able to get a chance to win tickets to meet him. I received an email saying that I could win tickets to meet James Charles by just simply clicking a little box, and all I had to do was enter my email address. That's exactly what I did. I clicked on the link and I entered my email address. And it's important to note that you do want to sign up for the Morphe emails just because they only allowed 250 people the chance to meet James Charles. So after 250 people entered the contest, it completely closed and you were no longer eligible to enter. My second tip would be to enter as many times as you can. So when I clicked the link, I noticed you were able to enter more than once. I don't know if this actually did anything, but I entered the giveaway about 5 times and I did win tickets. I'm pretty sure this does increase your chances, but I'm not completely sure, but I would do it just in case. And my third tip would be to get as many of your friends or family to enter the giveaway as well. So I got my boyfriend to enter, I got like my parents to enter and my sisters to enter, just for a larger chance to win these tickets. Just because even though they did sign up with their email address on the winning ticket, it doesn't say your name or anything, so you could give that ticket to somebody else. So by the end of the day, you were no longer able to enter the chance to win meet and greet tickets to meet James Charles at the Morphe store, because the 250 entries were completely taken. So that means 250 people entered the contest and nobody else was able to enter. If you did enter the contest, you did receive a confirmation email letting you know that, hey, Morphe did get your contest entry, and if you win, you will receive an email within the next couple days with the meet and greet details. So one day goes by and I didn't receive anything in my email. And another day goes by and my sister messages me. She actually won the contest. So she won the meet and greet tickets to meet James Charles. So I immediately grabbed my phone to check to see if I won, and I won as well. It's crazy that we were both able to win, just because when I went on Twitter that night, it looked like a lot of people who entered actually lost. So I received the email and I will insert what it looked like here. So it essentially said that I won the contest to meet James Charles, and they gave me the date and the location, and that they would be following up with another email with the actual ticket and kind of like the rules and regulations of what's to come the day of. So I got the second email and it was the official ticket to enter the Morphe store to meet James Charles. The email also gave you kind of like a rundown of what would happen like when you were meeting him, and it gave you a list of things that you can and can't do. It said that you were only allowed one photo with James Charles and you weren't allowed to take a selfie. A Morphe employee would actually be taking the photo for you. You were also not allowed to take any videos, so you're only allowed to take the one photo, and you weren't allowed to give him any gifts, and you weren't allowed to ask him for any autographs. I know a lot of people wanted to bring their James and Morphe palette just for him to sign it. Unfortunately, you weren't able to do that. And as for gifts, I think it makes complete sense why you weren't allowed to give him any gifts, just for security reasons. I think the reason why they wouldn't allow autographs is just to keep the line moving. So yeah, those are kind of like my tips and tricks and how I was able to meet him. And now I'm going to be talking a little bit about my experience. Good morning vlog. Today is the day where we meet James Charles. It is currently 8 o'clock, so I'm running behind, but I've already showered and I've moisturized, and I've put eye primer on. I'm just gonna go do my makeup, turn that music on, and then go meet James Charles. So Chantal and I are in the car. We're running a little bit late. It's almost 10 o'clock and ribbon cutting starts at 11:30. So we gotta go and run, and that's Chantal. Bye. We out here, y'all. We out here. Chantal, what did we get? Show me your...
They're pretty. Feel my hairy arms.
There's paparazzi. There's paparazzi. There's paparazzi in the Avita store. Look at everybody over there. I ended up getting there around 10 o'clock a.m. and there was like a Morphe employee, and he was kind of controlling the line for people who had meet and greet. And the line was extremely long at this point. Like, I was standing where I couldn't even see the Morphe store, and unfortunately I wasn't able to see the ribbon cutting either. But yeah, you would just show the Morphe employee your ticket on your phone, and then they would give you a wristband. And while we were in line, there was constantly a person making sure that the people that were in line actually did have a wristband, just to make sure that there was nobody in the line trying to like sneak in or try to meet him when they didn't in fact win the contest. So the mall was crazy busy. I believe it was James's largest meet and greet that he ever held, and I completely believe it, because there's people waiting inside the mall and there was a line wrapping around outside the mall. So it was really crazy. Also, because I was so far away from the Morphe store, like I said, I wasn't able to see the ribbon cutting. So I heard a bunch of screaming, and I'm assuming that was from when he came out to cut the ribbon. And then after that, you kind of just waited in line. And like I said, I got there at 10 a.m. and I didn't get into the actual store until 2 p.m. So that is something to note. Just keep in mind that you are going to be there for quite some time. Also, the lineup continued after me, so those people got in even later. So outside of the Morphe store, there was a big screen, and you can see James inside meeting everybody who won the meet and greet ticket, and you got to see their interactions, which was really cool. It also got you pretty excited just to meet him, just because you get to actually see him, and it kind of really sunk in that he was like actually there. And then once I actually got into the Morphe store, there was a Morphe employee who just, you know, double checked our wristband, and then we got taken into like this closed off curtained area. And when I got in, there was James Charles. So there was James Charles, a Morphe employee, and then I believe a security guard. So you would give the Morphe employee either your camera or your phone to take your photo. And as for meeting James itself, he was extremely nice. He, you know, was listening to everything that I was saying, and I didn't feel rushed at all. Like, I really got to take my time and talk to him. Yeah, after I was like done talking to him, I took a photo with him, and I'll insert that photo here. The Morphe employees were super nice. They were complimenting me and just like complimenting everybody that came in. They were super patient, and even though James was already there for a pretty long time, taking photos with everybody, he was still engaged in conversation with everyone. Even though he must have been tired, he was still like super kind. After you leave, the Morphe employees just make sure to cut your wristband, just to make sure that once you leave, you can't come back in, and you can't just go back in line and meet him again for like the second time. And we were also given a scratch card, and you could have won a couple of prizes. I actually won a free pair of Morphe lashes, which was awesome. And yeah, I would say the overall experience was extremely positive. Other than waiting in line for like maybe 4 hours, which is kind of expected, especially with bigger creators and influencers because they have a really big following. Like I was in line with people who drove like hours just to come and meet him. So it was a really good experience. So those are my tips and tricks. I hope you guys liked this video and found it pretty informative. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment down below letting me know like what kind of influencers would you want to meet at a Morphe store. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am going to try to upload at least once a week on this channel and create more content. And thank you so much for watching. 21.